Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Great Productions. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about 2000 dramedy Snatch, written and directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Jason Statham, Brad Pitt, Vinnie Jones, Stephen Graham, Benicio del Toro, and Dennis Farina. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie, and alongside me is the man, the myth, the legend, the cousin Benny. How we doing?
Hey, Robbie, who took the jam out of your donut?
Too many people. And alongside us, one of our good friends and our co-host, Ryan. Ryan, how we doing?
Got one question for you, Robbie.
Oh boy.
How long on those sausages?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, 5 minutes ago. Yeah, so welcome to Let the Boys Watch, a entertainment podcast, like Robbie said, where we watch movies that either one or maybe all of us haven't seen before. I believe this round, what, both of you haven't seen Snatch, or
I've
seen it.
you have
I've-
seen it?
Yeah.
I started it. I didn't finish it, and I don't remember anything about it. So I'm glad. I
Good.
do want to quickly just point out, Hoodie Game strong.
Who, me?
All of us.
All of us.
All
Oh,
three of us.
yeah, look at
Yeah.
this.
Welcome
Chilly
to
out
fall,
there.
baby.
It's fucking cold out there.
Let the boys layer.
Yeah, let the boys lay.
Love it.
See, this is what we could have looked like on Saturday, and we all had to wear fucking t-shirts or something. So anyway, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we, like I said, watch movies. Send us an email. Let the boys watch another blah blah. LTBW podcast at gmail.com. I'm sorry. It's in the show notes, so just you can get the correct one there. Send us an email about this week. We're watching Snatch, about last week, the week before. We watched, I don't know how many movies at this point, but send us an email. Make us some suggestions. And while you're doing that, follow us on Instagram. That's where you can vote on the movies we're going to watch. Like this week, it was Guy Ritchie week, and Snatch won, I would say pretty convincingly, over what, The Gentleman and Lock, Stock.
Yeah, Lock, Stock didn't get any votes. I don't think.
I was kind
They
of
got one.
surprised.
Me too. I said the same thing to Robbie. I thought that was a more highly regarded, or at least popular movie.
I guess. I don't know. Well, whatever. Either way, we got to watch an awesome movie, Snatch, one of my favorites from when it came out. I love this movie. I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it. Basically, I guess, Benny, I mean, you technically saw it, sort of, but what'd you think going into this? Because it sounds like you don't remember anything about it.
So I'm gonna make Kenny happy on this one.
Right.
Because from what I remember, I think the last thing I remembered was seeing Brad Pitt and not being able to understand anything he said. And then I was just like, all right, I think I'm out on this one. But I don't remember anything that happened before that. I also thought Don Cheadle was in this movie. I was wrong and possibly
That's racist.
back
That's
then.
very
Yeah.
racist.
But no, I did appreciate the fact that it was what's his name, Lenny, the gentleman who plays Saul. First name Lenny, I'll find the last name later. Who showed up on Walking Dead? He was a major character on Walking Dead. So, yeah, I was excited to watch this movie and actually give it a proper watch through. And
Lenny James.
Lenny James, thank you, and use subtitles this time.
Smart. Robbie, have you only seen this movie once before, or a couple times, or what?
I only saw it once. Again, another suggestion from the Bill, the Wiz, the almighty dishwasher, Brian, last name redacted. He's been telling me for years to watch this movie, and like a good friend and brother-in-law, I ignored him for about 5 to 10 years until I finally watched it. And first time seeing it, I loved it. And obviously the second go around, loved it even more. So, of course, as usual, Brian was right. So I should start listening to him a little more.
Yeah. A lot of people like this movie. Supporter and friend of the show, Katie, loves this movie. Her and I used to talk about it all the time. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. It's definitely um interesting is not the word I want, but like it's not like a lot of other movies. I really like how it was done, and just everything about it. It's great film. And I never before watched deleted scenes. I watched deleted scenes this time around. Fucking awesome. I don't know why they got cut out of the movie. We'll talk about those later. Um, should we jump into overall impressions?
Can I
Let's
get a
do it.
hot take real quick?
Yeah, please do it.
I think I'm all in on British movies and all out on American films.
That's not a hot take at all. That's a good take.
I'm all out. Well, I thoroughly enjoy every British film I watch, and no wonder why they bring over British actors to play American roles because they're just fucking fantastic.
The best. The best.
Really.
It's true. A couple weeks from now, Robbie's going to be talking about how much he likes Downton Abbey.
Maybe.
I
Maybe
mean,
British Bake Off better than Diners, Drivers, and Dives, maybe.
shit.
Then you'll know I fully turned over.
I would choose Bake Off over Triple D.
I'm not there yet, so we'll see.
Paul Hollywood versus Guy Fieri. Paul Hollywood
Oh,
every time.
I don't know, man. There's too much Flavor Town going on around here.
It's
Fucking
it's a lot of fake tanner and white teeth.
real quick, sorry, but I was watching Triple D the other day. Thank
Yeah.
you, Max, and thank you, Wiz, for the subscription. But he has a tremendous ring. It looks like a championship ring. It's just a guy's grocery game ring. Like, what are we
Fucking
doing?
He's fantastic.
He really is. So overall impressions and plum ratings. Who wants to go first?
Rob.
Sure. I feel like when I watched the first time, enthralled. I mean, I love these type of movies. Obviously, if anybody knows me, my love for Pulp Fiction. Please say the scores, the debauchery. But I love these type of movies. Any quick hitters, fast pace, great action, great dialogue, unique characters. I loved it all, and this movie has it all. I feel like you could see Guy Ritchie kind of getting some stylistic points from Quentin Tarantino. I feel like even watching Shaun of the Dead last week, you could see, I feel like Edgar Wright had some influence from Guy Ritchie with the jump cuts and things like that. But again, I love this movie. I thought it was, great film, great dialogue. Pacing was great. Hour and 40 right in the wheelhouse. I feel like it was so fast paced that maybe the plot got lost on certain, maybe somebody's viewing, but I just found it so exciting. You get fantastic character names, great story, and things like that. And you get strong performance from everybody. I thought Brad Pitt was fantastic. Jason Statham, I don't watch a lot of Jason Statham movies, but his comedic timing in this movie was amazing. I thought he was fantastic, and I would love to see him in more comedic roles. I don't want to see him in Expendables 7 taking home the nursing home. Like, I want to see like good stuff, some comedy shit. But yeah, it was well made, and yeah, acted, directed, written. I loved it all, and I thought from start to finish, my two viewings, I was entertained throughout.
Do you want to give your plum score, or should we separate that?
No, because I want to hear other people's plum scores first.
Okay.
I think I want to. I think I want to go maybe dead last this time.
Oh, all right. Ben, you want to go, or you want me to?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna probably make a lot of the same points that Robbie made. Maybe I'll just go a little bit more in depth, but I just thought the character work just incredible. I mean, like you said, the names, it makes me think of the one part of the movie is like, oh, what about Frankie the Madman and Tommy the Gun? And I was like, oh, Frankie went crazy. He's in a lab, and Tommy shot himself. So I loved just the way that they played with the character names. And yeah, another thing I took, like Robbie said, was give me Jason Statham all day in this movie. Like, he was so good. And I don't know if that's just him being comfortable working in a British film where he can use his humor as opposed to like American style stuff. But like, my respect for him just went way up. Like, I thought he was so good in this movie. And I remember too, I remember when Dennis Farina passed, I was like kind of bummed about that. And then I was thinking, well, like he always kind of just played Dennis Farina and in everything that he did. And he kind of did that in this movie too, but like up to 127. Like he was just so good in this movie. Like, I was a little bummed Benicio del Toro went early in this movie because I was really hoping to expound on his character a lot. But no, I loved the plot. I loved, like I said a couple weeks ago, when everything merges at the end, like all the different storylines merge at the end. Give me that all day of the week. Just a fun film. I love the British dry humor, and everybody played their role perfectly. It's going to be really hard for me to pick a least favorite character in this movie.
I got one.
Uh-oh. Is it me, Ma?
Yes. Yeah. It's me, Ma. No, yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you guys said. I've just everything about this movie is so tight, and every um word of dialogue is, I would say intentional, moves the plot along. The action in this movie is fantastic. I mean, it's not like crazy, but it's I would say pretty realistic, which I love. Um, and I love kind of connected to what you said before, Robbie. Like this movie and a couple others, I mean, some of them also by Guy Ritchie, like The Gentleman, um, like British mafia or British gangsters or whatever. I just love them. They're dressed in these. I love how they dress, first of all. Like even Turkish and Tommy with like there's just the button down and the overcoat. Amazing. I
Yeah.
would love to dress like these people. But just like it's like so funny how like proper they are, but also so menacing and evil and all that shit. Like I don't know. There's just something about, maybe it's because it's completely foreign to me. But it's just so interesting. Um, and yeah, I mean everything, all the different characters. I could see how it could be confusing, but I fucking loved how it just went all over the place, brought everyone together, everything, this connection of this stone from start to finish. Amazing. I really, really like this movie a lot. Um, yeah, I mean, I have a least favorite character, but it's one out of everyone. Everyone is awesome. You mentioned Dennis Farina. I fucking love him in this movie. I love Bricktop. I love Frankie Four Fingers. I love Tony. I love them all. I think it's gonna be harder for me to pick a favorite than a
Yeah,
least
I
favorite.
was just thinking the same thing and I don't want go too crazy into the characters. Obviously, we have a whole section on that, but like you said, we're going to be talking about a million of them. But Bricktop is just like
Oh,
such the perfect English, British, whatever you want to say, villain. Like he's just so perfect in this movie. His accent, the way he acts, just out of control. So good.
do you know what nemesis means? A righteous infliction of retribution manifested in an appropriate agent. In this case, personified by a horrible cunt.
So good.
And I love that. I'm shocked that I'm not shocked, but I've been saying that in my head for 20 years.
You're your own nemesis.
No, shout out to the Wiz's brother who got me the Snatch soundtrack for a birthday gift in 2001, maybe something like that.
Oh
And
wow.
one of the tracks had that as an intro, and I must have heard it like, 100 times. Good
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah, I didn't mention that. Of course the music and the soundtrack in this movie awesome.
Amazing.
So I mean, please, I mean, my jeans were soaked with the soundtrack in this movie. So please, I loved it.
Amazing. Yeah, we'll talk about it though with scenes, but I mean, when fucking Lucky Star starts playing and Tony's just like, "Oh, I love this track." Fucking lose it every time. He's got Mullet's head in his window. Um, all right. Plum ratings, unless anyone has anything else.
Go ahead and start it off for us.
Oh, because no one wants to go first.
No, we'll go snake, Robbie. Me, Robbie.
All right. I've been struggling with this rating. I really I, the only reason that I feel like I can give this rating is because I know in the back of my head that I'm able to change one score at our Christmas event spectacular, the Plummies. Um, so I'm gonna give this, and yes, I'm tying my own score with another fantastic movie, but this movie gets a 9.5.
Wow.
I love this movie.
Oh, wow.
I love it. I've seen it 100 times. I fucking love this movie. And what's funny too is a lot of people would disagree with me, but I think I might like The Gentleman just a little more,
Really?
just a little, but I'm not sure. Snatch has been with me for 23 years at this point. Gentleman only came out a few years ago, so it's close. But yeah, 9.5. I really, really like this movie a lot.
Wow.
I know.
I feel behind the eight ball on my score now because
Oh, your score.
this is something that I had trouble scoring as well because I don't like when I think of my upper nines, I'm thinking of like prestige movies. Like these are movies that were in the Academy Award hunt. Um, just things that really struck a chord with me, but I didn't want to go that high. I didn't want to go nines. So I went 8.7 on this one. I really enjoyed it. I don't think that's an indictment on this movie at all. Um, I'm just trying to stay out of the nines unless something like really blows me away. Um, yeah, I'm almost like second guessing myself after you giving it a 9.5, honestly. But I'll stick with it. 8.7. I really, really enjoyed it. Again, like last week, how I wanted to watch more Edgar Wright movies. I want to watch more Guy Ritchie movies now. I said that she thinks that this one might be her favorite out of all the Guy Ritchie movies she's seen. I don't know if she's seen The Gentleman, but yeah, 8.7, and it made me want to watch some more Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah, as it should. And as you were talking, I was just thinking this from start to finish is like nearly perfect for me. The Gentleman, I love. It has maybe like a few parts that aren't perfect, but it's very close. So I don't know if I'd definitely say Gentleman is better than this, but they're right around each other. I love these two. I don't love all Guy Ritchie movies, but a lot of them are good. But this is
Okay.
also, I agree, this is tops. Sorry to keep talking, but Robbie, what do
No,
you got?
no, no.
No, please, please. Sherlock was good. I did enjoy Sherlock. When I
Oh
first
yeah, I
saw it,
like
I thought it
Sherlock
was
too,
very
and
good.
the second one.
Yeah, I love Gentlemen too. Um, does follow the same formula, but I love that formula, so I don't
Yeah.
really care. I mean,
I
give me
like pizza
heist.
all the time, every
Yeah,
time.
give me heist and give me backstabbing and twists and turns and great dialogue and a fast paced movie. I'm all I don't care. If it's almost like similar formulas, it is what it is. Um, yeah, I was going back and forth on this. My scores. I think this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think this is one of the most well written movies of all time. Um, I couldn't tell you how many times I was LOLing on my second viewing of this. There were just some scenes with some characters that they just really nailed it. I mean, I love the narration with Statham. I thought that was perfect. I know, a lot of people don't really like narration in movies, but I thought it played well. Um, I do think it's better than Reservoir Dogs, and I gave Reservoir Dogs, I think, a 9.1. Um, so I'm gonna go with a 9.4 for this movie.
Holy shit.
Nice.
I love this movie. I think it has everything I love about movies. Like I said, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but I just think that it's so well written and so well directed, and everything comes together, and everybody gives a fucking outstanding performance. That yeah, I think it's better than Reservoir Dogs. I think it's
Agree.
better than 25th Hour. Obviously, I mean, I had that about
Agree.
9.3. So, yeah, this is a fantastic movie, and that's my score, and I'm sticking to it.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you said it before, Benny. Like, is this like a prestige drama or something like that. Like, no. I I just the ratings are just like all over the place. Their personal ratings, like, yeah, I realize that fucking Shawshank is a better movie than this, but whatever.
I
I fucking love it. I don't know.
I could tell as Robbie was talking about the movies he was comparing it to that he's graded. I already know I fucked up on this one because I is going to be pissed and say you rated School of Rock 8.8 and you rated this 8.7. You're a fucking moron. So I mean, thankfully we have the one score change. This might have to be one I watch again and re-rank. I mean, spoiler alert, there's a couple I'm thinking about re-rating, and one of them is Jaws. Maybe this one is on there as well.
Okay. I mean, we definitely get one. I mean, we could do whatever we want. It's our fucking show, but we definitely get at least one re-rate. Maybe we like tier or rank all the movies we watched or something like that, and see if we see what that looks like. I don't know. Or like top five. We could do it anything we want. It's our show.
Or in true dickhead fashion, we can pick one of each other's scores and roast the person for it.
Okay, we could do that.
Maybe I'll have Aya hop on so she can roast some of my scores lately because we've been out of sync the past couple of weeks a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe Robbie, maybe we do a bracket. That usually goes over well.
Yeah. I think that's good. But hey, fuck the fans. They don't like a bracket. A bracket's fantastic. I can go scratch. Yeah. Suck one.
All right. Should we do characters or scenes first this week?
Up to you.
Let's do characters. I mean, this movie is, I mean, there's so many good scenes, but I feel like the characters really, really drive this movie. Let's do least favorite and get that shit out of the way because we're gonna probably talk for 20 minutes at least on favorite characters. So does anyone specifically want to go first for least favorite character in Snatch?
No.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time.
All right. I mean, I know who I want to pick, so I'll give you guys another minute. I'm gonna go with, I mean, and he was great as the fucking like henchman toady, but Errol just fucking his face just pisses me off. But and that was played by Andy Beckwith, who's in a bunch of shit. He was in Game of Thrones. I don't know if you noticed that. But he just I don't know. He's like such a smug little prick because Bricktop was his boss and he could push people around. But it's funny. One of the deleted scenes, which I almost wish they left in the movie, was Bulltooth Tony and Cousin Abby go and see Bricktop to buy the stone. And when they walk in, apparently Tony like killed one of their guys. So like it was real tense. And Tony just he just put them in their place. It was so funny. It was so fucking funny. Look up after this is over, look up Snatch deleted scenes. It's like a 9-minute video, but it's so good. Like I almost wish they were in the movie, but I understand why they cut it out because it like added some bloat on a few things.
Do you like own the movie? Is that why you watched the deleted scenes, or did you look them up specifically?
I owned the DVD, which who knows what that is. But I actually, instead of renting this, I actually bought it because I knew I would watch it multiple times. But I know the deleted scenes that I watched just now were on YouTube. Yeah, I intended to watch like whatever the special features were, so maybe I would have more to contribute, but I didn't have time for that.
Who does? My least favorite character is probably I forget his name, and I was furiously looking for it, but Cousin Abby's cousin, the dude that is the fake, the fake Jew.
Yes.
Just because, like, I mean, maybe that's just kind of the point that he's kind of like just a boring guy that's just there. But with all the other rich characters in this in this movie. I felt like he was the only one that was kind of lacking as like a standout character for me. He was just kind of there. But again, I mean, it's not, it's really, I don't have any hatred for it. I wouldn't like take the part out or anything like that. It's just there's so many strong characters that out of everyone, he's probably my least favorite.
He's only strong when there's no good nicks hanging out in front of his shop.
Yeah.
Ain't a free shop. Fuck off. Robbie.
I'm quick. I don't have any favorite characters. I just don't like this guy's face. I'm gonna go as Ewan Bremner as Mullet. I know he had a quick cameo as he's getting dragged in the fucking car by I think Bullet Tooth Tony.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know where he's from. I feel like is he from was he in Game of Thrones? I feel like I've
I
seen him
think he might
somewhere.
have been, yeah. Wait, hold on. I'll find it.
Um,
Ba, 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 ba.
I
I mean,
think
he's
I
in
know
a
who you're
bunch of
thinking
movies.
of from Game of Thrones, but I don't think it's him.
Yeah, I don't think yeah, I think so. I mean, he was in Train Spotting. Um, what else was he in? Anything? I mean, I know you've seen Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no.
Is that the first one was actually pretty good, Wonder Woman. Um, maybe it's Train Spotting. I don't know if you've seen that, but that might
I
be
haven't
where
seen that now.
okay. He's in a bunch of stuff. I don't know everything you saw, but that's probably one of his most famous besides this.
Yeah, I guess I haven't seen. I don't know. I just don't like his face, and that's really it. Um, because I loved everybody else. So I will say, has anybody ever seen Layer Cake?
No.
Yes, I think so.
Daniel Craig,
I think I have.
very good, very good. So I'll that's a must watch. Another British um heist type, drug type movie.
All right.
Very good. But yeah,
I
that's it.
think I
Mullet.
have seen that. Oh, Dumbledore's in that one.
It's a good movie, man. Very
And
good.
Tom Hardy.
Oh well, please forget about that.
Sienna Miller. Maybe hey, maybe we'll
I
give
forgot who directed that movie. I thought somebody pretty
Matthew Vaughn did. I'm pretty
some
sure he also did Kingsman? No. Wait, hold on. Yeah, he did Kingsman and Kick Ass and some of the X-Men.
nice.
Yeah. All right. No, good. Any honorable mentions? Yeah, I mean, I think we accurately picked the three worst characters.
Yeah, I don't have any honorable mentions for this one
Okay.
because
Maybe
I know
that
they're going to be coming in hot on
maybe
this
that
next one.
dog.
The
Like
Dags.
Dag. You like
I
Dags?
love. I like Dags.
Oh, dogs. Yeah, I like dogs. I like caravans better. All right, who just went last, Benny?
Robbie.
Robbie. So go first for favorite characters.
Oh my God, I have so many. I have so many, and I don't know who to pick.
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
It really is, man. I wanted to put somebody two in a package deal, but that's not how it works. But I hope I'm not stealing anybody's. I'm gonna have to go with Bricktop. He was just fantastic as the villain.
Oh,
I loved him in this movie. Quotes after quotes after quotes. Uh, there's just something about a menacing British man that gets me going. I loved him. He played the villain so perfectly well with a little bit of humor. I love that. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, he's my favorite villain, I think, in probably any movie I've seen like this. I just love everything about him. I'm trying to look at some quotes here. Um, like even after the boxing match, when he freaks out on that one guy, the guy comes up to him and he fucking loses it on him.
you stop me whilst I'm walking again, I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, Bricktop did it all. He was menacing. He was funny. He was a gangster. He was everything I ever wanted in the villain in a movie. Scary, like I said, but mixed with a sense of humor. And there's nothing better than that. Always asking his guys for some questions and coming back with some fucking shit answers and just fucking undermining them. I love that stuff. So Bricktop, It came in close, but you're my favorite character.
How
I had
much
a hard
sugar with
time.
that tea? No, thank you, Turkish. I'm sweet enough.
I had a hard time with this one because there's so many, and like I think that a lot of these characters are made better by like some of the people that they paired with in their scenes. But I will go with Dennis Farina as cousin Avi. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. He's
Both of
just
you.
I'm well, come on. I mean, we're picking chalk here, but there's
I
still
know.
some left for you. Um, I just love I love when he comes back to America and he's like, "You have anything to declare?" He's like, "Yeah, don't go to England." Just the whole scenes with Bullet Tooth Tony, just incredible. Like even especially the scene in the car when he's got the dude's head in it, and just how calm he is and the way he's talking to him, like not, just a normal day for cousin Avi. Even though he's met Bullet Tooth Tony for the first time, this is nothing he hasn't seen before. Just fantastic. Love everything about him in this movie. He's just great. So shout out Dennis Farina. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I love Dennis Farina. But yeah, his you guys took both my top twos. Jesus, I mean, they're all gonna get Ani mentions, so I'll just go with I fucking love Bullet Tooth Tony. And one of you mentioned like we maybe almost should have picked like tandems because like I love Bullet Tony and Cousin Abby, or like Saul and Vinny are awesome. Tommy and Turkish, like all these pairings are so good. Um, but yeah, I'll go with Tony. Just the way he said things was so funny, and just like how he acted. Like, you think you should let that guy go, fucking mullet in the window, and he's like, all right, like I don't know, just his demeanor, and like his calmness while doing like some seriously violent shit, was just so fucking funny to me. um
I mean, who could forget how fucking hard he was going on Boris in the bar?
in the hallway, and he's like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, and he's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Boris. Like, what a great character. What an
Yeah.
amazing character. Boris the Blade. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Sneaky fucking Russian. Slippery Cossack slut. Um, I mean, let's basically just name every character, but Ani Mensch, start us off, Benny.
Yeah, gimme. I'll just take two off the board right away and go Vinny and Saul. Like that,
Yeah,
they were the
that's
best.
Love
They were
them.
the best. I mean, just that whole, again, the bumbling idiots, like just like bouncing around, keep finding themselves in the worst possible position. When they show up at the bar with the replica guns, just that scene between the three of those guys, just incredible. When they get even, the dog scene, when he brings in the dog when we first get introduced to them, incredible. Them getting locked in the bookie's office, incredible. Like just I could go on and on. I don't want to take up the rest of the podcast with it, but those two guys, man, honestly, they would have been in contention for my favorite overall characters. But like Robbie said, it was because of the two of them together and not like a one person thing. But if not, it would have been them too.
And you can even throw, I'd say, Tyrone in there as like
Yeah,
the
for
third.
sure.
Like, just like such a good dynamic between them. But yeah, I mean, it's mainly those two that are.
But I got to dock points on Tyrone for diamond him out. So
yeah.
They were
I
fucking. The
wanted
dog was biting them.
hey, listen, you gotta be stronger than one dog bite.
I wanted both of them but like I said, you can't do the package deal. But I mean, the interactions, like in the car. Yeah, Tyrone's a natural, aren't you? Of course I am. Backs up into the truck. A
Of course
natural
I am.
fucking idiot.
Could land a jumbo fucking jet in there.
Those two together were great. I mean, I love them. They provided me, I think, more LOL moments in this movie than anybody else in here. I'd have to go with Statham as Turkish. Awesome. I loved him. Like I said in the beginning, the comedic timing and how funny he was in this movie, but like being serious with it. Even the words, like even sometimes, I guess the narration stuff. It was just brilliant, and he was funny, and I loved him in this movie.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I guess I'll go. I mean, I'm shocked no one said him yet, although I'm not that shocked, but Mickey, like I think I think when most people first watch it, he's the one that stands out so much because you can't understand him. He's like kind of mysterious. I mean, he's disgusting, but he's still hot as fuck. Um, and the boxing, like everything about him, but he was an awesome character too. Um, Amazing, Mickey. What else? Who else?
Well, I'm gonna take a little tangent
Oh,
here
go ahead.
and tell you that Mickey reminded me of Colin Farrell in every movie where he actually just does his accent. Like he sounded
Yeah.
exactly like Colin Farrell in Banshees of Inisherin. And Jason Statham also reminds me of Colin Farrell, where it's like when Colin Farrell needs to be like an American in a movie, terrible. Like who is this guy? He's a horrible. Who casted him in Phone Booth? Why would you do that? Who
So,
casted him in SWAT? Why would you do that? But something like In Bruges, Banshees of Inisherin, anything that he gets to like kind of play a version of himself, Colin Farrell's fantastic. And that's what to jump off Robbie's point, to give a shout out to Jason Statham in this movie. Um, just seemed so much more comfortable and like enjoyed this role.
um, Colin Farrell was fantastic as the Penguin in Batman.
True.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, he's very good. I got to give a shout out to my man, Stephen Graham. I absolutely love him. I think
Love
he
him.
is one of the best actors out there right now. He was unreal as I
Mhm.
think Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire.
Ah,
Unreal.
the best.
That's him.
On
Yeah.
Yeah, so menacing, man, as Al Capone. I mean, I think he was in
Band of
what's
Brothers.
that and what's the Scorsese, De Niro, Pesci, and Pacino.
Casino.
No, the newer one.
Oh, The Irishman.
Yeah, I think he's in that.
Uh,
He's very good.
he's awesome.
He's got a show on Netflix that I want to watch. So I don't know. I love him. I think he's a great actor. So I have to give him, as the kids say, his flowers because he's the best.
Is it Bodies? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
the
like
show?
I feel like it's like a murder mystery, like
Yeah.
spanning decades.
It got a 7.5, so that's pretty decent.
He's good, man. He's one of my favorite actors. I love him.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. Um, yeah. Yeah, he was in The Irishman. And I mean, he's a ton of shit. No, I love him. I definitely want to call out. I mentioned him quick just before, but I love Boris. Boris the Blade. Fantastic character. Um, him with the guns, like if it doesn't shoot, you could hit them with it. Like
Yeah.
just everything he says when he comes back to get the gun and just grabs fucking Tommy and throws him against the wall. Like I don't know, just
When
everything he
he's
did,
when he's
fantastic.
walking when he's walking in the street with the fucking hood on his head.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
funny.
God.
I feel like it's hard not to mention him just because he was in the movie for such a short amount of time. Like you really didn't get to spend too much time with him, but gotta shout out Frankie Four Fingers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, wish he was there a little bit longer, but hey, R.I.P. to the young king.
I just keep on like there's just I mean, obviously we're going back and forth with favorite characters, so it's a testament to every single actor in this movie that just crushed their part. I mean, it's very rare. I feel like we watched this a ton of movies here where I feel like there's multiple actors in every movie that just put on fantastic performances. And this ensemble cast is probably one of the best ensemble casts I've watched while we've done this show.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we said three of our least favorite characters, but did anyone mail in a performance? Like, was anyone's performance shitty or character shitty? No, everyone was fucking awesome. Even the small bit characters, the boxers, Gorgeous George, Mom O'Neill, like fucking everybody was awesome. Even the kid Pikeys, like, you're real. I forget what he says. You're real tight ass, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're a real tight fucker. Oh my god, fantastic. Did we miss any characters, or do we just basically name everybody?
I'm pretty sure once you named Mom O'Neill, that was it. We got them
That
all.
was it.
I mean, except Gorgeous George, but
Yeah, a little weak on a little weak on a fight in there.
Oh,
GG.
one more. Charlie cooking them sausages.
Oh, shout out to the god.
Yeah, please. Taking his time. Hopefully he didn't overdo it with those links.
Cooking barbecue and sausages is a pain in the ass.
They really are, but I
They
mean,
take so long, but then they're delicious.
yeah, but he was fucking with the time. Get him
Yeah,
off.
he was. He was
Get him off
fucking
the
with our
grill.
boy Turkish.
Yeah, please.
All right. So let's move on to scenes. Let's do favorite scene first. We did least favorite before. Does anyone want to start?
Yeah, I'll start.
Oh,
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, no.
Please.
Go.
No, please.
You said it first.
please.
You.
All right,
You.
all right.
You.
Okay. Give me it's hard to pick. I'm going back and forth with two, but I'm pretty sure someone's gonna take the one I want, so I'll leave it on the board and say the scene back at the pawn shop when Frankie Four Fingers gets killed. Boris comes in. That scene again, playing off the Vinny and Saul relationship, him getting shot and them revealing that he's the only person that knew the combination. Just the fact that he got shot and killed was like a shock to me, and it definitely changed the plot of the movie a little bit. I wasn't expecting that, so I thought it kept you guessing as to how all this stuff was going to play out. I love him chopping the arm out and walking out with it wrapped up in the newspaper. The dynamic between the three or four. I is Tyrone there in that scene, but the three.
I don't know. I don't think it's Tyrone. I think it's Rude Boy.
Yeah. So the dynamic between all of them in that scene, just fantastic.
Is it? I don't remember.
And then
I think it is Rude Boy.
Yeah, because he's definitely there when Bricktop shows up.
yes.
So yeah, it's got to be him.
But damn, now I'm almost thinking I wish I took the other scene with them in the pawn shop with Tony Bulletooth and cousin Abby. But
Dog.
I'll leave that on the board. Yeah, I'll leave that on the board. So and I'll stay with the death of Frankie Four Fingers because just a fantastic scene.
Nice. And I'm sorry, it's Bad Boy Lincoln, not Rude Boy Lincoln.
Rude boy.
Yeah. I love in that scene with Boris when he's like, if anyone follows me, you motherfuckers. Well, look at him. Just the way he says, you motherfuckers. Robbie.
I'm gonna have to go, being that I couldn't pick them as my favorite characters. I'm gonna have to go with the high scene with Vinny and Sal as my favorite. It starts off with them in the car, getting out of the car. I forgot what song was playing, but perfect choice for that song. Got me all amped up. And them two just being two bumbling fucking idiots along with Tyrone was just a masterclass performance by all three of them, but especially Vinny and Sal. And they mistake Frankie Four Fingers. They go in there. Vinny gets, he's arguing with the lady behind the counter, and then he gets caught in the fucking security, whatever it is,
the window.
Yeah, the window. Sal's looking up trying to find him. He gets caught. He takes his fucking absolute bazooka missile, shoots it. Poor Vinny gets hit in the head with the debris, and then he gets the gun taken. Sal's trying to shoot the security door, and doesn't hit Vinny, but I mean, just the hilarity that ensued the whole time. Basically couldn't get out of the security door, and then Tyrone comes and saves the day, and then actually catches Frankie Four Fingers, and they drive off. I mean, I laughed so hard in that scene because and that's what I love about these movies, because they're supposed to be like serious, and you're supposed to be like menacing, thuggish characters, and they're so fucking stupid, and they make the stupidest mistakes, and you can't help but laugh. And I thought that scene kind of epitomized what the entire movie was all about. Because you see it throughout the whole movie. Everybody's fucking up. Everybody's a menacing character, and they're all just messing up. Every single scene, they're all fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The only person whose plan really was smart and played out was Mickey, who everyone thought was just some garbage pikey, some stupid gypsy. And his plan worked real nice, other than the fact that someone burned his mom's house down with his mom in it. But
yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
that's probably a big L.
yeah. But after that, his revenge plan actually worked out quite
Yes.
nicely. Um, I, I mean, we'll hit probably a couple more scenes with Ani Menches. I think I'm actually gonna go with the opening scene
Yeah.
because I fucking love that it's real calm and quiet, and like for a minute you're almost kind of like what's going on. I mean, you have the um wait, does the now I'm trying to think, the like characters get introduced before Frankie Four Fingers robs the
It's
place,
good.
or it's right after because he picks up the stone and then they go through all the characters?
I think it goes after they get the
Yeah.
stone.
Be okay. Because yeah, like you're just like, all right, what's going on here? And the music choice is perfect, and the fact that the camera just kind of fucking goes nuts, and because it's for seemingly older men, probably not at all menacing, and then all of a sudden just and then the music just gets amps up real fast. The guns come out and they're fucking going nuts. Um, and it really sets the tone for the movie. Like it's just fast paced. Like, I don't know. I really, really like that scene a lot.
Great choice.
Yeah.
That was a good
Um,
one. I had that.
thanks. Um, Ani Menches, who wants to start? Because there's a ton.
Well, I'll give you my second choice that I had, and it
Please.
was the dovetailing of all the storylines, with the throwing the milk out the window, and then you see
Yeah.
how that led to. I love that in the movie. It just anytime, and it's Tarantino will do it like a whole movie and then jump back, but I just love that it's this tight little 5 minute window of just you get a fuller a fuller view of the picture between those three groups looking to get the stone. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a great
Agree.
scene. I'll have to go with Bull to Tony's Desert Eagle speech at the bar. But that was amazing. I thought he was menacing, and I just love the way it was shot when he finds out the gun's a replica, and it kind of gives you those. I don't know how to describe it, but it gives you
Like
like
the
those quick,
typewriter.
yeah, of the replica, and then he has a Desert Eagle, and it goes bang, 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 and spelled
Yeah.
out Desert Eagle on his thing. I love that. And Bull 220, man, the man took a couple of fucking bolts to the tooth, so he's menacing and as tough as they come. So I thought that was great, and it led to obviously the hallway scene in the bathroom where everybody interacts, and Vinny and Sal come out with the diamond, and he unloads like 66 bullets on poor Boris. But yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes.
You lucky bastard. Um, I I love. I mean, any of the boxing scenes, whether boxing or bare knuckle, um, just great. Like some of them are really quick, but like anytime Brad Pitt was in there, and the first one, he just with Gorgeous George, he's like fucking around, getting clocked a few times, and then he just one punch, boom. And then the second one punch, and then the third one fucking around, whole hungover, and so good. And I got a question for you guys. In So in this, is Brad Pitt hotter in this or in Fight Club?
I think it depends what you like more. Like, do you want him ripped or do you like him tatted up? I think I'm a germaphobe, but he's kind of dirty in both
He's
movies.
he's pretty grimy in both.
Yeah, but maybe maybe a little less grimy in Fight Club. And he's got the V. So give me
Yeah.
Fight Club.
All right, Robbie.
Give me the V all day.
Oh, Bobby V. Um, I'm going to go with this movie. Uh, he was shredded, but I kind of was more into him in this movie. Plus, I mean, the man can wear whatever he wants. I mean, the last boxing scene, he was just wearing a
He's wearing
fantastic pair of slacks and looked
trousers
amazing.
and
Yeah,
like they look like Ked sneakers.
yeah. But like you said, Ron, I thought that, and I think Guy Ritchie does a lot because it was a fantastic fight scene. I think in Sherlock that was extremely well directed. And like you said, the first fight scene I loved. I love when he knocked him out, and then you get the shot of them like kind of rising up and seeing everybody surrounding him. And I think that maybe I'm wrong. Was that an Oasis song in that scene?
Yes.
And then you
When
get
when they're it ends up being like the end of the movie. Bow,
yeah,
bow, 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 bow. That one.
yeah. I think, or maybe I'm talking about the first scene when he knocks him out. Maybe that's not it, but
Oh,
I just
when
love
it's
that.
golden brown, something,
Yeah,
something. That one, like when they're saying like Turkish is doing the voiceover with Tommy, and he's like,
Tommy's
if he's not praying,
yeah,
he fucking should be.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
love that.
I don't know if that's Oasis. I don't think so.
But even the last fight scene, I love the way it was shot when Brad Pitt gets uppercutted. I thought that was fucking fantastic. How they slow moed it and they showed him just fucking basically like look like a godlike fucking figure being elevated, levitated or whatnot, and then that just coming back, full circle, um, and kind of figuring out how Mickey did what he did, and yeah, I love that scene as well.
I gotta give a shout out to, I'll just call it maybe the buddy movie between cousin Abby and Bullet Tony, because every little situation that they found themselves in, just fantastic. We mentioned before the head in the window scene back at the pawn shop with the two idiots. Um, just great. And it sucks that that's, I don't know. Is that what, did Bullet Tony die there? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sucks that that's how he had to go out with a random shot. So rest in peace to him. But just a fantastic chaos mayhem scene between all of them.
yeah. When he's arguing about cutting a dog open.
Yeah.
I thought that was I thought that was fantastic.
Open them up.
Even the like the little things, like stupid quotes like this made me laugh. And this was at the end of the movie when Turkish was talking to the cops and the police. Yeah, he's like, "So what are you doing here?" And Turkish goes, I'm taking the dog for a walk. What's the problem?" And the policeman goes, "What's in the car?" And Turkish goes, "Seats in the steering wheel."
And
Stupid thing like
Tommy's
that.
chasing him around, and he's like, he
Yeah.
loves that dog.
And then again, it comes full circle. They're driving away, and Vinny and Sal have fucking Boris, I think, in the back of the trunk, and then they see the dog, and everything just comes around.
Love
Yeah.
it.
I mean, if we're
Um,
talking quotes, I got to bring up the one that I said at the beginning of the podcast. And I just love, the British saying sometimes, and the "who took the jam out of your donut." I just love stuff like that. It's just fun.
yeah, so funny. Robbie, Golden Brown is the name of the song, and it is performed by the Stranglers.
Yeah, I'm the as big as a Shazam guy as I am. I only Shazammed a few songs in this movie, so I should have had the trigger finger on my Shazam during that scene.
No, that's a good one though. There's a lot of good songs on this soundtrack. Like I told you, Sammy got it for me. I listened to that CD a bunch of times.
It's good. It's a good one.
Yeah. Trying to think, what other scenes do I love? I mean, so many of them. Talking, you mentioned it before, Robbie, when they were talking about all the other boxers to try and replace him with. Um, I don't know. Yeah, every scene, I love them all. Even the scene, when they're like introducing Doug the Head, love it. And he's talking on the phone with cousin Abby, and they're both, cousin Abby's got his feet up with the socks and the slippers.
And then doesn't he like he perks up, walks around, and then the guy in the back's like taking the phone wire, and
Yeah,
he's
like
just moving
holding
it
the
over.
phone.
And
You hear
then once
that,
they
Doug?
dug,
I'm coming to London.
and then
Going
dug
to
the head,
London.
fucking
Yeah, London.
looking at the jewelry again.
Fish,
A fucking
chips.
fantastic way to end it with the passport thing again. Getting on the plane, they stamp the end. I mean, come on, stupid. It's little
Bop,
things.
bop, bop, bop. Hey, oh. Um, Bad food, worse weather. Mary fucking Poppins, London. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some other scenes we could point to. All the scenes at the Pikey campsite were funny. Just all the miscommunications. I don't know. I mean, last one I'll mention when they introduced Bulletooth Tony and he's fucking slamming that guy's head in the door, and then he just picks up the phone. Bonjour.
So good.
All right. I don't know if we have many, but least favorite scene. Anyone got one?
uh, I could have did, it's again, this is like just being a stupid nitpicker, and it has nothing to do with anything, and it's not really a bad scene at all. But don't give me dog fights. I hate dog fights. Didn't like seeing that.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't see them fighting, but the one dog was down on the ground, and then you had
Brick
Brick
top.
Top hitting the dog in the cage. Like, go fuck yourself, man. But
They I read
again,
that
good.
sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say I read they added that to make Bricktop more of a piece of shit, like that he was an animal abuser, because apparently he is a vegan and a big like animal rights activist in real life.
Well, in real life, love you. In the movie, go fuck yourself. But yeah, no, it definitely, because it, in a way, it makes sense, right? Because like he's so good that it almost helps to have something in there that actually makes you think he's a disgusting piece of shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
so good.
because feeding humans to pigs is not bad enough. Hit a
No, that's
dog,
fine.
way worse.
That scene is amazing too. We didn't mention that when he's
Oh yeah,
explaining what he does. Be wary of any man who has a pig farm.
yeah. Anything more than 18 pigs.
They will go bone like butter.
The thing I love too, there's one scene that I loved for the comparison and kind of wasn't contrasting of it, but when they have Tyrone basically in that loading dock and they got the dogs kind of,
Yeah.
getting close to him, and then it's going back and forth to the rabbit and the dogs with Mickey and them
Oh
in
yeah.
the
Forcing.
so that was pretty cool. I like that scene just to show like, oh, you think Tyrone's gonna get eaten, or you think the rabbit's gonna get eaten, and both of them kind of escape at the last second. So that was a cool touch.
I thought the rabbit gets fucked.
No, he runs away.
Proper fucked.
Proper fucked.
Um, Robbie, do you have any like least favorite scenes? Kind of went back to favorite scenes, but
I don't. Maybe when these aren't least favorite scenes because you just don't want to see these characters die. But maybe when Bricktop dies, or maybe
yeah,
Frankie Four Fingers kicks the bucket. But other than that, no, I really just enjoyed every single scene. I could piggyback off of Benny. Obviously, I hate when any dog gets injured or something like that. So I get it, but that's always tough to watch.
fair. I'll just go with not because it was a bad scene. It was a great scene. Seeing Mickey like just absolutely enraged with his mom's caravan burning down with his mom in it. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't want to see people's moms die, so I'll say that one. But I mean the shot of him just like glistening with sweat. I mean, first of all, yeah,
Say less.
say less. But just glistening with sweat and just the reflection of the flames on his skin, and like him just being like getting he's like, I'm gonna fuck these people. But yeah,
I could use a better pair of underwears on him. No, I wasn't a big fan
tidy
of them.
whities, no
Yeah,
thank you.
I wasn't a fan of those panties in that scene.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair assessment.
As a resident panty expert, I mean, I could have dressed up real nice, something spectacular.
Um again, I'm not sure we're gonna have many answers for this, but is there anything you guys can think of that would make this movie better?
20 more minutes.
Wow, Mr. I
20
love
more?
short movies.
20 more.
4
uh,
more minutes.
let me
4 more
build off
minutes.
that and say 20 more minutes, and you give me more Frankie Four Fingers, because
Yeah.
I would have liked to have a
Perfect.
little bit more Frankie Four Fingers in the movie.
A couple gambling scenes with Frankie. Why'd he lose his finger? Maybe a little go back, whatever they call
Hey,
that.
give him the chop, Doug. Well, like I said, check out those deleted scenes because there is a deleted scene with Frankie Four Fingers in it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Um, I I feel like there's no other option but to agree with Robbie here. It's maybe a couple more minutes, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm just an idiot. What do I know? Maybe these cuts were better. But I just want more of these people. Give me a sequel, give me a prequel, something. Imagine
Snatch
seeing
too.
Snatch 2, uh Bricktop Boogaloo. That's what I want.
Yeah, give me a Vinny and Saul prequel. How they come up in the heist world and as two bumbling idiot fucking who knows what. But yeah, give me those two again. I would love to see them go on a heist spree and fuck up.
Yeah. Um, all right. Well, we don't have many answers, right? No one's got anything else.
No.
All right. Well, I do know a way we can make it better. It's called Working Overtime with Matt Damon, where
Matty
we,
Bones.
for some reason, cast Matt Damon in every movie. Um, does anyone want to go first?
Give me middle-aged,
Okay.
impotent,
Ooh.
uh penis, may or may not be working overtime, uh Boston accent having, on detail in the UK, and he is, he's the cop that's kind of trying to figure out what's going on, why are all these people popping up dead,
Okay.
where this heist went, maybe he's hot on the trails of the pikers because they're doing some shady shit, or maybe he's investigating these unlicensed boxing matches, but maybe this is how we get an extra 20 minutes of the movie, is him investigating uh investigating what's going on in this movie. So I don't want to recast anybody because I thought everybody did such a great job, but maybe give me a little extra movie with Matt Damon from The Departed, hot on their trail.
And maybe
Love it.
he's following cousin Avi because he's an American also,
Mm,
because he's in the illegal diamond game.
there you go.
I
Love
love
it.
it. Robbie?
Give me a young juvenile sentencing, Boston having accent, shredded to the gills, pecs for days, triceps on fleek, dipping in his cell, smart as a whip, Rhodes Scholar if he wanted to be. Give me Matt Damon as a new character in this movie, handsome hunting, who takes over for Gorgeous George because Gorgeous George is a terrible boxer, and Matt Damon comes in there, and he's the guy who faces Brad Pitt. Imagine the both of them facing off. You got Brad Pitt shredded like a fucking 25-pound fucking package of beef, and then you got Matt
Like
Damon
the
in
lettuce
there.
on your Big Mac.
Oh please, you got Matt Damon looking like $1 million, shredded like he was in Good Will Hunting. Handsome Hunting comes in, and then the both of them just face off. And then you get a little Handsome Hunting backstory, a little flashback to where he came up from and how he flew over from, over to the pond, as the kids say, and how he came into, his bare knuckle record, 25-0, undefeated. Handsome Hunting, back in the mean streets of Boston. So, yeah, give me them two together in a dramatic fight scene to end the movie. And I'm all in. You thought my jeans were soaked with just Brad Pitt in the movie? You add Matt Damon, I'm going to the cleaners three or four times a week now.
Those cleaners will be putting in overtime.
Tell me about it. 2 weeks.
No pay. Um, give me a young, grimy, hot, sweaty Matt Damon as Mickey's brother, Ricky.
Nice.
And he is everyone's translator for Mickey. So it turns out that the Pikeys actually don't have an unintelligible accent. It's actually just Mickey who has some kind of a traumatic brain injury from all the boxing. So Ricky translates for Mickey, and then all the deals fall through because everyone realizes that the Pikeys are screwing him. So Ricky is not actually everyone's favorite person, but he's blood, so he stays.
Shout out, Ricky.
Shout out Ricky. Um, what else we got? Anything else about this film that we need to talk about?
There were so many little things throughout the movie that were popping into my head as we were talking about them, but
So many.
just good. It was a fun one. It was, I like movies that don't try to explain too much. They just kind of take the audience, don't take the audience's intelligence or non-intelligence for granted. And I felt like that was one of these movies. And I kind of feel like most British movies are like that. They kind of assume you can figure out what's going on. You can figure out the jokes. Not everything needs to be explained a million different ways. So, that's what I love about these British movies we've watched so far.
Definitely should do a British week for Robbie.
Please, because I mean, with these movies, I've been debating if I wanted America to win the Revolutionary War because I'm all on the British side. So maybe I'm a loyalist now to the British.
You are wearing red, sort of. Mr.
That's true.
Redcoat. Yeah.
Just call me King George.
The third?
13th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we could probably just talk about every scene start to finish and it would be incredible, but I don't think everyone wants to hear that. So I don't know if there's that much more to say, but incredible film. I really, really love it. Um, yeah, I got nothing else.
Love this movie. Love everything about it. It's a rewatchable for me. And yeah, maybe I should have bought it instead of renting it.
Is it how Robbie, how close were you to giving this a 10?
No, I'm not close at all.
No.
No.
That
Yeah.
that tens are reserved for like Benny was talking about before, prestige films, the films that make you feel something.
Yeah, well, I'm giving out tens like it's fucking a bag of Skittles, so it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, uh, Benny Ebert over there. I mean, he's the one. He's the tough critic nowadays with the way he's been filming these movies. I don't know. I'm scared of him now.
Listen, come on. Can't be giving out nines and tens like Skittles.
I is gonna fuck you up, boy.
She really is.
Yeah,
It's
I
over.
usually
Get the papers.
yeah, I usually tell her the scores after we finish recording, but I might just say wait till tomorrow.
well, she's
I
gonna
need
have
some
to wait a
distance.
couple days.
Well, you're right. I forgot it's Monday.
Yeah,
Fuck. I'm not gonna get away with this.
we're recording early.
Yeah. I'll be dead before this episode comes out. So it was
All
nice
right,
working
well,
with you guys.
yeah, it's been fun.
Come on. Yeah, we'll do a in memoriam for you next week.
Yeah. Do we
All your
recast you or just let your character?
yeah. Recast me with Matt Damon.
Oh,
I'll call him. Let me see if I can get him on the horn.
please.
We both have the same agent, so I'll talk to him.
Nice. Well, we appreciate your support listening this far. We fucking love doing this. So please send us some emails, give us some suggestions. We got some in the hopper, but we always are willing to pivot. I mean, we almost did legal dramas last week, and then at the last second, we had a dynamite idea from Robbie, Guy Ritchie movies.
Love
So
you, guy.
yeah. So please, send us an email, follow us on Instagram. It's in the show notes. Check that out. We love you. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night, Doug the Head. Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
Rest in peace, Ma. We miss you.
Oh my god. What a fucking film. Abby.